Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach.
And I'm Pepper.
And we're doing some July Pan Talk.
Yes.
But we shouldn't be that excited.
No.
Because this is probably the first half of the video that you are seeing.
Yep.
Because we're going to have to do another run-through of July.
Yes, we failed. Spoiler alert. If you don't want any spoilers for Pandemic Legacy Season 1, not only July, but everything that happened beforehand, you shouldn't be watching this.
Yes.
Although we appreciate you viewing us.
Go watch one of our other videos.
Yes.
So, pretty much all of our other content is not spoiler. So, yes. But yeah, we hadn't gotten a game of this in about 2 months, I think, 2-3 months.
Yeah. Yep.
We kind of pre-filmed, I think, a couple of them. You can go back and check from the very beginning, play along with us, sort of. But yeah,
Yes, it's just like you're playing the game.
It's just like you're playing the game if you've never played it before. But no, right off the bat, we got some new stuff in the game.
Yes.
We got to do a search for the virologist.
Yes. So, I guess thematically, the virologist was about to make some breakthroughs on the whole fated situation, but they are lost, and we would have to find them in a fated city with a research station. So, pretty much, it kind of adds a new track with like the target token that we're trying to reach with our search token along the track. And if the target reaches the end of the track, they're gone and we can't find them that game.
Right.
But if we reach the target, we will actually be able to find that person, and I believe we would get some sort of bonus and get to scratch off one of those bonuses when we find them.
Right. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it's not only this one, if we end up having to find more people, or kind of how that will end up working later on in the game. But has me definitely interested, and it's a cool thing that I didn't really ever think of in a pandemic game, but it makes sense, like you said, thematically. But yeah, that was another one of our options in attempting to get a victory under our belt.
Yes.
But yeah, throughout the game, I would say mostly our biggest concern was really all of our faded areas.
Yes.
Especially in the red part, where the red disease usually is, which is our faded disease, if you haven't watched.
Yeah, we started off, and as usual, we kind of quarantined Hong Kong, put some roadblocks out to protect it. Somehow, it still has not been faded yet, which, I mean, it gets faded just when you draw one of those cards for the city, so it's a miracle that it has not happened yet.
Right, yeah. And I almost wonder if we didn't miss it once, but I think pretty early on we've had our bases there, and it just has luckily not been drawn immediately, so then we put that quarantine marker there and just try to keep that there all game. But it kind of maybe would have helped if it was faded.
Yes.
Because then that would have allowed us to just go there to do the virologist. Because instead we had to go now build the building there and try to do that. And I feel like that little bit of extra stuff might have hurt us this game.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to do that, but then we really didn't get very far.
No, we did not. Yeah, we had to go to Sydney to build a station to be able to do that, whereas if Hong Kong was faded, the card that we used to build in Sydney, we could have put forth toward that and made a little more progress, and like you said, we did not. Like, the target was on space.
I think you turned in one card.
Yes, I turned in one card, but luckily we got a bonus of 1 because there was a quarantine token there, but yeah, so we moved 2 spaces on the track, and the target starts at 6 and got to 9. Which is just too short of the end of the track.
Right. So, yeah, we did not do very well on that, but I think that might have distracted us enough to have us not
we
win.
barely made any progress, but it still did distract us.
Yes, because, I think kind of dedicated. I think part of it was we wanted to do that almost right away, because that was the only red card we had, so Sydney was kind of our place where we wanted to try to do that. Because then I believe San Francisco, which is one of our faded cities, was one of the cities to get 3 faded figures immediately. So we wanted to kind of block that off. from Chicago and whatnot, because Los Angeles is also faded.
Yes.
So kind of right away, I went and put up roadblocks there while you were going to do that. So we kind of spent our first couple turns on that versus really working towards anything.
Yep.
So it wasn't the worst thing, but then it seemed like a lot of the red cards just kept coming up.
We kept drawing them into our hands, and still we weren't able to really put them towards that because we were kind of rivals.
Right.
So sometimes I would discard cards to pick up cards from you so that I could cure diseases.
Right.
And you could not even cure diseases.
Right. Because, I've got Dick Schneed, by the way, the soldier.
Yes, returning rivals here, Dick Sneed and Shirley Temple.
Yes, because, he... I do not gain a scar, or if I begin my turn in a city with faded figures, and for an action I may pick up an equipment card from the discard pile, and I cannot discover a cure. So that was, I think, also a thing that's probably hurt us a little bit, because I think I probably would have been able to cure a couple of them.
Yeah,
but we had to...
You had some good sets of colors.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of hurt us as well.
And I guess now that I think maybe you should have been the one in the faded area, and I should have been the one going and doing the other things, but I didn't have I had the Sydney card, so I kind of had to go there. We could have traded, but so maybe it would be better next time to send you into the faded area and actually make use of that ability.
Right. But so that eventually got to us. We got hit with a bunch of outbreaks, and we would have had even more if it wasn't limited, because it was just kind of a chain reaction of the same cities getting hit over and over, and we didn't go and put quarantine. I should have probably done that, but one of the things too we tried to do was, and we did, was eradicate the pop tongue, the blue disease, and also the Pikachu yellow disease.
Yeah, the yellow, because we had kind of upgraded yellow, because at the end of the game, whether you win or lose, you can get upgrades, and if you eradicated a disease, then you can upgrade that disease and pretty much make it easier to clean up in future games. So since yellow was kind of one under that max upgrade level, we really set out to do that, so you kind of went over and started that. And then right after you started that, Pop Tongue, the blue virus, started getting out of hand up on the top of the board. So then you kind of stopped on yellow and went up there, and then yellow kind of built up a little more, just spread out enough to take up an annoying amount of turns.
Right.
To take care of. But we did end up eradicating both of those, thankfully.
But since I did that, since I ended up spending all those turns doing that, we got overrun with...
Got out of hand. Very out of hand.
Yep. But, so we may have lost, but we did get a couple of rewards, and that was getting the fourth thing for, I guess, what do they call it? Fourth, whatever, mutation.
Mutations. Positive mutations.
Which is suppressed. When you treat, remove all cubes of this color from your city. So I think that'll be good for yellow. Hopefully we can always get rid of that one pretty quickly.
Yes.
That'll be nice. And then we also chose to give Dick Sneed the paramilitary escort. Whenever I leave a city with a faded figure, remove one figure from that city. And I think that's going to be really good for us.
Yes.
At least based on our last play. Now this next time, there won't be any of the faded one. There won't be any red cards coming out. And it'll just be, I don't know what, black probably.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully those will be some good ones. We were debating keeping that building in Sydney so that we'd be able to have a faded city with the building in it, but we chose to do those two instead. So hopefully we'll see if they're good choices. We'll also get to we'll have two, what is it called, to spend? We'll be able to add two cards in there.
Add two cards. We have two more funding since we did lose a game, so we get some event cards put into the deck, which we have not had much of this season.
No, we have not. But that is the first half of July for Pandemic Legacy Season 1. You should hear from us shortly in the second attempt. I hope we're successful.
Hopefully. Can it be the first month that we lose 2 times in a row? Pretty soon we'll have to
hope not.
Pretty soon we'll have to open that one box.
I'm excited about that, I guess. We are back after our second attempt at Pandemic Legacy Season 1, July.
Yes. And this half of the month, went way better not.
Oh, it did not go better.
We got a little closer to winning.
Yes.
This time.
Yes, it was. It seemed like it was going better right
Yes.
away. But then
Just
made the grave mistake. We had
Yeah.
planned, kind of this time, of
Yeah, like we kind of mentioned, kind of having you in the faded areas over on the east side of the map.
trying to clear them out.
Yes, and you were most of the game just running around, clearing them out with your special ability. But we took a break from that. You took a
For
break
one
from
turn.
that for like one turn, and it all went to hell.
It all went to hell is right. Because, yeah, I think I went over to cure one, or get rid of one of the cubes at a black one that had 3. And it would have triggered, so sort of worth it, but not not necessarily, because it would have only been a level 1. But yeah, once I got to my turn again, I kind of realized that kind of put myself in a terrible spot based on the cards I had, so I could not get back to the kind of some of those faded cities to clear anything out. And yeah, we lost immediately following that. But we were so close. You were one card away from winning the game.
Yeah, and it just like the last game, you kept drawing all the perfect cards. You had like 5 blacks in your hand for the longest time.
I did.
And
so, yeah, we tried with the same people, Dick Sneed and Shirley Temple. And Dick is really good.
Yeah, it would have been out of control a lot earlier if you weren't running around.
Right. If I didn't have that special ability to clear those out, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So much earlier. But yeah, then... Yeah, he just can't cure anything. And
Yeah.
it seems like I don't remember exactly, but all of our previous games, I felt like I've never had them where it's like, oh, yeah, easily getting the colors we need and get big sets of colors. And, of course, Dick just always seems to pick up sets of colors.
Oh, look at this. 2 more blacks.
Well, I can't discover a cure, but wow, I'm pretty good at it.
If he just had a brain.
I know, but he's pretty powerful removing those faded.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be nice if we could get maybe another character that could do that. That could do cure.
Yeah.
And there might be. I don't remember if there was or not. Yeah. So we were able to actually eradicate blue.
Yep.
And we had cured yellow as well.
Yes.
That wasn't too big of an issue, so we kind of just left that. Black wasn't really an issue, but there were a lot of areas that got hit with like the 2 or 3 cubes. So they were just kind of annoying.
Yeah. Kind of lurking.
Right, and they were all kind of
connected,
which just made it tough. Because they outside of like the initial ones that we put out there, I don't know that we drew any more black really.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was just mostly
never really
3
spread,
or 4 of
but
them.
It was right in the center of the board where we sadly, I'm kind of surprised. Maybe we should try to get a building out there of some sort. We don't have any buildings, so that's kind of how I ended up getting stuck.
Yeah, because to get down to Khartoum, it's kind of out of the way. Riyadh looks like it's right next to it, but it actually still 2 spaces away.
Right. Because Khartoum is where we have probably the nearest building. But then we also have a military base in Milan, which is actually in the blue zone.
Yeah.
So we really don't have one there. I think we should maybe look at doing that the next time.
Yeah. Like Istanbul's connected to a lot, but of course that one's kind of blown up a little bit, so you cannot place any there.
Right.
But yeah.
Could be good. I mean,
maybe
there's a lot of open ones there that don't have anything on them yet.
Yeah,
so.
maybe Karachi or something. Could be good.
Yeah. And maybe I should have done that instead of try to do a hero save, but didn't end up working.
No, but we did the track to find the virologist. We did end up getting that. We focused on that. We built a base up in Beijing and kind of each went up there and sacrificed some red cards, which we didn't get a lot of red cards. We got like pretty much just enough to get it before the virologist went missing forever.
Right. Yep. So, yeah, we at least got that, and it seems like we now need an immunologist, so I'm guessing this will be something we'll have to continue kind of finding people. I'm not sure if it'll always be in the Faded Cities or where it'll be exactly, but it seems like that'll be a thing that we'll be doing. The virologist also told us to quit taking the antiviral or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Meds they've been giving
the
us.
meds that they've been giving us because they're just placebos. So, I don't know. Who knows what that means? But, yeah. Hopefully August will go a little bit better.
Yeah, so this is the first month that we didn't win at all.
That is true.
So we've lost 2 in a row now, and if we lose 2 more in a row, that's going to be 4 in a row, which lets us open.
We think it helps us. Maybe we don't want that
mysterious box number 8.
Maybe that'll smack us even harder. That might. Who knows? Maybe it won't be good.
Yeah, the season has taken a turn. I know the first few months felt very easy. We got really fortunate with kind of the cards and how things worked out, but now it's really not holding its punches.
Right, but yeah, and since we still got rewards, we did end up picking some what are they called?
Some
equipment upgrades on some cards, which should help us. Along with we put up some barricades.
We finally got the barricades put up there.
But it might have been too late. It might have been too late because we kind of...
Chicago has fallen, has faded, I guess I should say.
Has not fallen. Luckily, it's still just unstably faded.
Yes, so it's really creeping into North America quite a bit over there, the faded.
Yeah.
And then there's really not much safe space. Just the middle of the board is really going to be all that's left if we don't get a good hold on these. But I think those barricades are going to be really helpful to at least save South America.
Right, yeah. Hopefully we can keep that pretty clean. Because, I guess just kind of an overview of where things are at currently. We've got San Francisco and Los Angeles, Atlanta, all at level 3s. We got Washington and Miami at level 2. We got Santiago and Buenos Aires at 1. We got Kinshasa at 3. Istanbul at a 2. What do we get? Essen at a 1. St. Petersburg at a 1. Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata all at 1s. And Bangkok we've got at a 3. Sydney, Ho Chi Minh City are at 1s. What do we got over there, Pepper?
Manila and Taipei at 3s. Seoul's at 2. Tokyo and Beijing are at 1.
Yep. So we still only have level 3s. We haven't hit a collapsing or fallen city yet.
Which, would be you'd have to discard a card to get into that city, like even just walking, driving in, ferry. So that's actually one of the upgrades that we took to add to one of the cards was to ignore that, having to pay a card just in preparation because the way things have been going, we think we're probably going to have a collapsing city very soon.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So, hopefully we can get things back under control, but right now we're kind of on a little bit of a fall. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We shouldn't have taken the break.
We should not have taken the break. We got a little exhausted. I think we got to get rid of that card, it said.
Yes, if you succeed, destroy this objective at the end of the game.
Oh boy.
So we're going to destroy that card.
Oh boy,
that was the wrong card.
That is destroyed.
I think I won the wishbone here.
Oh, now I'm wondering if earlier on we should have just built those military bases since we have in each of the regions. Since that's one of the things we haven't really gone back to that. How many regions are there again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 6?
Yeah, I think 6. Yep.
Yeah, we've only got 3 out there.
Yeah,
we should have maybe built those to help us succeed with that goal a little more easily.
Yeah. And the ones that we had to build are on the south, which seems a lot harder to kind of navigate. But we could get it. We could get it.
Yes, but that is all of our pan talk for the month of July.
We are going to have a lot more event cards in.
Oh yes,
we're going to have the next month in August. So I think that'll be a cakewalk.
Yes, I think we should easily be able to win. But no, if you want to check out if we win or not, we'll be releasing the next one in August. We'll probably be wearing the same thing because I think we're going to just keep on chugging through here for a few months of the game. Yes. We're going to be playing this for the next few months, just straight, only this. But yeah, otherwise, check out our other Pan-Talk videos if you haven't already. You'll probably be a little confused, or not confused, but probably won't really know what's going on if you just watch this one first. But otherwise, check out our other videos as well. Otherwise, we hope to see you on the next video. And as always, don't forget to
keep on nibbling
on our content.